What's up? This is Fanatical for Jesus. Like, just making a video response to my friend Joe3221. Um, he made a video about the man Todd. Like I wasn't even aware of this girl at all. So, like, for everyone that's watching this video, forgive me for not being knowledgeable. Don't crucify me. Like, I've been really busy, so I've actually, like, for once, actually, my friend Joe is actually the one that's informing me about something that's going on, which is kind of weird. But, yeah. So far, what I get out of this whole thing was this dude, or this girl, sent this dude a picture or whatever, like a sexually provocative picture, or he got it out of this chat room or whatever that they were in, and he stalked this girl for like a year or so, whatever, and to figure out where she lived, who she hung out with, and everything, which is kind of creepy. And then after that, then he turned around and blackmailed her, and said if she doesn't do a live webcam show for her or whatever, that he was gonna show that to all her friends. And needless to say, I mean, well, it was a good thing that she refused to do it, that she stood her ground and said, I'm not going to do a live webcam show for you. But then he turned around and showed that picture to everybody and everything, and they ostracized her and shunned her and pushed her away, and then completely isolated her pretty much. And then after that, she ended up killing herself. That's pretty much what I got out of that. I mean, if I'm wrong, then once again, I did not. This is the first time I heard of this. So, like, I don't really know that much about this case, so don't crucify me. Like, but yeah. Anyways, yeah. Anyways, all right. Couple things, Joe. I want to say, like, in your first video, you were talking about, shoot, oh crap. I found it kind of humorous, like, because you said you like kind of contradicted yourself because you said that you were pro-life, so you're not for the death penalty. But if he was to happen to be walking down an alley and someone just snipped, like, just took him out pretty much. I mean, maybe I misinterpreted what you said, but yeah, like, to me it sounded like you were saying, if he was walking down and someone just took him out, like, he deserved it. I just laughed. I was like, no, like, you just said you're pro-life and you're not supposed to support that. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure I probably just misinterpreted that, but yeah. Um, and also, what else? I do agree that there's double standards here in America, like completely. It's ridiculous how many double standards are. I mean, if a girl does, if a guy sits there and um has like multiple girlfriends or multiple wives, whatever, he's called a pimp and a player, or he's called Hugh Hefner. I mean, yeah, I mean, we'll put Hugh Hefner on blast right there because he's like the epitome of what every guy wants to be here in America for some reason. But like, it's stupid. Like, it's ridiculous, to be honest. But and then if a girl turns around and does the same exact thing, she has more than one boyfriend. Also, they call her a whore and a slut, which doesn't make any sense at all. And I mean, that goes for a lot of things. Like, if a guy dates a like, if a guy is dating a woman that's older than him, he's called like everyone's like, oh, you're so cool, you're a pimp, like blah 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 blah. But but if a girl is dating a guy that's older than her, like, she's called a whore too. Like, what the fuck? Like, really? I mean, you find double standards all over. I mean, America, pretty much, this is a nation of self-contradiction, because we live in the postmodern world. That's pretty much what America is. It's postmodern. Like, like, it's just all about self-contradiction, because they talk about there's no such thing as absolute truth, but that's an absolute truth right there, so it defeats itself. Like, I mean, it's pretty much America is probably, and it's not just America, it's the world pretty much. The world is the like, people are stupid pretty much. Like, I hate to say that, but people, like, like we're not we're we're not the brightest people. Like, humanity is gradually is dumbing down. Like people like we want to think that we're we start off small and we're getting bigger and stronger and wiser and everything. No, the exact opposite is happening. I mean, if you don't believe me, then compare high school test scores nowadays to high school test scores like 50 some odd years ago and tell me which one's better. Yes, exactly. Anyways, yeah, like the average college student can't even write a 2-page essay. I mean, it's ridiculous. I can write a 2-page essay in my sleep. I just did like not too long ago. But yeah, I mean, it's easy. But I mean, I'm not saying that to be boastful or anything. I'm just saying it is what it is. But yeah, um, I mean, I suck at math, and yeah, like yeah, I'm Asian, so go ahead, you can like be like, oh, you're supposed to be good at math, blah blah blah, which like, yeah, whatever. Anyways, um, anyways, back to Amanda Todd. Okay, also about this guy, like, I like how you finally saw what I was talking about morality being that people know the moral law and it doesn't matter what they say or like they may deny the moral law with their words and their actions, but you know that they know the moral law is on their hearts because of their reactions. Because I mean that guy, like if someone else was doing that to him, I guarantee you he would be mad or he like whatever he know that was wrong. But yeah, yeah, what he did, and like yeah, like I said, like I've always been saying, hurting people do hurt people. So I'm not gonna cast judgment on this guy. Like it is sick what he did, and it's messed up. But like at the same time, like I don't know, I'm not gonna cast judgment on him. Like I'm not gonna say he's a horrible person. Like, 'cause to be honest, we all are. We're all evil. Like we all have it in us to be. We like pretty much if God was to take his hand of grace off of us, like if he was to remove his hand from humanity and just like and we would pretty much like go crazy. Like every single one of us would just be acting out our own sinful behaviors, our own sinful desires, like to the maximum extent, and this world will be just utter chaos. So praise God that his hand of common grace is on every single one of us, like believers and unbelievers alike. But yeah, that's another like yeah, I mean, so yeah, every single one of us has the capability to pretty much make Hitler look like a schoolboy, pretty much. But but yeah, I mean, this guy like obviously he has something like twisted in his. I'm not like a psychology major or anything like that. I mean, I do know a little bit about psychology, but it's not that much. But I know enough to know that there's something wrong with him, that he needs help, and mm, yeah, and I mean, I'm gonna be praying that he does get that kind of help because I mean, so he doesn't go around hurting other girls and causing them to go through the same kind of emotional pain. And then as for this Amanda Todd, my heart goes out to her family. Like, I mean, her family must have seen that she was acting strangely and they didn't say anything. That's what I'm wondering why her family didn't do anything. I'm not really worried about her friends. I'm more worried about her family. Like, her family are the ones who see her every single day, 24/7. And they didn't say anything to her. They didn't try and reach out to her. Nothing like that. I mean, they should be ashamed of themselves right now. Like, I'm not trying to cast judgment on them. And, like, I mean, 'cause I don't know exactly what's going on in this whole thing. But, it's just kind of heartbreaking that her family didn't do anything to try and help her, to reach out to her. But I mean, I'm gonna be praying that they use this experience and yeah, like that they use this experience and that they learn from it. And same thing with their friends, because yeah, I mean, no one likes to be isolated, and I mean, it's you see it all the time in high school. Freaking people like for instance, the Columbine shooting. Those kids were isolated. Not only isolated, they were bullied all the time. And I mean, like it's a sad world we live in because people are so caught up on judging other people, and it's not only that. Like people like ostracize people based on because they don't want they're afraid of what other people would think of them if they seen them with that person, and I think that's bullshit. Like you shouldn't care what other people think about who they see you with, to be honest. Like be who you are. I mean, like I know you said that, like you were talking about that, and I do gotta warn you about that. Like do not like I mean you should have like elaborate on what you meant by be who you are. I mean obviously I know what you meant, but like there's a lot of people out there that would take that in context and be like, be who I am. Okay. Like, what if someone thinks that they're honestly like, I don't know, freaking some kind of, like someone could go out there and he honestly believes that's he's a pimp or he's a prostitute or I mean she's a prostitute. Then she's gonna be who she is and go out there and be a prostitute. Yeah, I mean, or I mean, someone honestly believes that they're a murderer, so they're gonna be who they are and just start murdering people. I know I'm talking extremes now. But I mean, there are people out there that will misunderstand what you said by that phrase. Yeah, I'm just trying to like point that out there. But your video was pretty informative. Like, I'm gonna look up some more stuff about this Amy Todd, Amanda Todd, this Amanda Todd chick, because I would like to know more about this. Like, I mean, this is pretty sad. But yeah, like it's kind of heartbreaking. I mean, people out there like I just want you guys. You don't have if you like you have stuff going on in your life. Like, don't take it out on others. I mean, that's like in a way that's kind of selfish because they like other people like they didn't do anything to deserve your wrath. You're not God. You know, like they didn't do anything against you. So why are you gonna like take out all your pent up anger and frustration just like trying to hurt other people? I mean, like if you need to reach out to someone, like I mean, I'm pretty there are people out there that you can reach out to. But oh yeah, by the way, your experiment that you were talking about, they are like there's another experiment that some scientists did like about it was kind of similar to that, but not really. Like these scientists took water crystals or whatever and put them in a jar. Yeah, they put them in a jar and then they taped. All they did was tape the word hate on the bottle or around the jar, and they let it sit there overnight. The next morning, when they came back and examined the water crystals, they were all crooked and jagged and like messed up and everything. They were like, "What the heck?" And then there was another water. There was an Then they took another jar and put some more water crystals in that jar, and they just taped the word love across the jar. And they let it sit there overnight. Came back and it was just all like neat, shiny, and beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful the way the water crystals formed and everything. And like the experiments like that, I mean, verify them because it does say actually in Proverbs 18, like yeah, Proverbs 18:21. Like by the way, this is the Bible I'm reading right now. The Reformation Study Bible. It's ESV, English Standard Version. But yeah, anyways, Proverbs 18, verse 21, it says, "Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruits." Pretty much, I mean, yeah. James even talks about in his book that the tongue, like, is powerful. I mean, like, you gotta be careful what you, and it makes sense because when God, it says in Genesis, when God created the heavens and earth, He said, "Light be," and light was. I mean, He just spoke everything into existence. His word was that powerful. He just spoke it and it happened. And like I was told once that if we were to go back in time and when um yeah, no, if we were to actually witness the creation like now like right now or something like crap. Yeah, like no, if like when God said light be, if we were standing in front of him when he said that like now, like it would have traveled and traveled all throughout that time. His word traveled all that time. By the time it got to us, when it hit us, we would still hear it. Him saying, "Light be," as if it was happening right now. Now that's pretty deep if you think about it. But yeah, like, and I found it interesting how the very next verse after that is, "He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord." I mean, you can take that however way you want. I mean, that's yeah. Um, anyways, I don't know what else to say. Um, oh, I just do like a side note, because I know a lot of people get like really mad when they get insulted and stuff like that. And I mean, why? There's no point. Like people that get mad, I mean, like you can insult me all you want. I don't really care. You don't know me, and so I just like it just goes right off my back. Like, and especially Christians. I know a lot of Christians that get like really like sensitive when someone like gets in their face and says something to them, and like pretty much like tries to insult them and tear them down and stuff. They get like really super sensitive. And the thing is, like, you shouldn't, because you're a Christian. The thing, like, yourself is dead. The Bible says that you're dead, and that it's Jesus who's living in you, pretty much. So it's kind of like, imagine like a dead body laying on the floor. Like, that dead body's dead. It doesn't matter what you do to that dead body. You can, like, throw rocks at it. You can punch it. You can kick that dead body. You can, like, hurl names at it. You can do whatever you want. Like, and that dead body's not gonna do, that dead body's not gonna, like, not even gonna move a muscle. Like, it's not gonna respond or anything because it's dead. It can't respond. So you're pretty much wasting your time by hurling insults at a dead body because it can't hear you. It's deaf. Like, that's pretty much what we are. Like, we're dead. We're dead to ourselves. Our old man's dead. We're like, Jesus is the one who's alive in us. So when people are hurling insults at you as a Christian, they're not really hurling insults at you. They're hurling insults at Jesus. It actually does say, I forgot exactly where in the Bible it says this, but it's when it's talking about, like, I think it's somewhere in the New Testament. I think Hebrews. But, where pretty much is a reference to Jesus saying that the cursings that fall upon you fall upon him. Pretty much, no, yeah, the cursing when people blaspheme. Like, so pretty much when people insult you, Jesus took every single insult ever, like all the insults that you can possibly think of in the entire world, that falls on everybody, like chink, bitch, slut, whore, stick, nigger, all of that. He took all those insults on himself when he was on the cross. They were all hurled at him. I'm like, so, I mean, we're free. We don't have to let that stuff affect us anymore. I mean, it's just like, but yeah, um, so yeah, like I just had to get that off my chest. Anyways, dang, 19 minutes for talking about something I really don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, I'm gonna cut this short, because it's getting late. Anyways, yeah, I just wanted to put that out there. So, y'all have a good night. God bless. Peace out. Deuces.